My family has been at our church for just a few months, and we started there because we wanted to have a good Christian environment for our son to grow up in. We wanted a good church family for him.
I have been United Methodist my entire life. I'm the daughter of a part-time local pastor.
I went to college looking for a campus ministry, and I had several friends reach out to me and invite me to the Wesley Foundation at the University of Georgia, and I got really plugged in there, and that is actually what led me to join the United Methodist Church.
Well, I grew up in the United Methodist Church from babyhood on.
For us, our church life began through Celebrate Recovery. If you're looking for the face of a couple of addicts, you're looking at addicts.
I mentioned to a person that I'm looking for a church, and she told me, go down to New Beginnings. There's an awesome pastor there. And I said, okay, awesome is good. And so my husband and I, we decided we'd go and check him out, and he was awesome. Not only was he awesome, the members were awesome.
When we started coming to First Church, we have a sign-in sheet, and you sign in with under member or under guest. And every morning under guest, I would sign in, and then I always put the check by I wish to join without my parents knowing. So, I mean, technically I was the spearhead of my family and I joining the church.
What kept us coming back and what made us come to our church consistently was the relationship that we had made with the congregation there. We were able to walk in those doors and freely say, yes, we are struggling with addiction. We were greeted with open arms and love and absolutely no judgment, and that was extremely refreshing, and we wanted more of that.
My aunt and uncle were members, and my aunt just kind of took me in and said, well, this is the Sunday school class you're going to, and then I'm going to need you to help with this ministry, and I just got plugged in right away.
I wanted to let the church know that we didn't come to be bench warmers, we came to be workers.
My wife and I, we were invited to lead a small group by one of the associate pastors at our church, and it was something that we really had to think about and pray about. Is this something that is right for us now? I mean, we're still new to this church. Over time, we realized it was something that we really wanted to do. All these people are going through major steps in their life, and we can kind of prop each other up as we go through those together.
What I really loved about the Wesley Foundation was their intentionality in reaching out to the community around them and building relationships.
Finding a small group that we could connect with has been the anchor that has tied us to the church, more so than the larger gatherings. It is just the small groups and the relationships you form there are so critical.
About 2.5 years ago, I felt like God was calling me to start a women's Bible study while my kids were at school. Through that group, I made one of my best friendships at church. Our group is still together. We're still studying God's Word and growing closer.
My favorite part of church and CR, all of it, is just the fact that we have this newfound family.
I would especially like to call out my teacher, Mr. Val. He is a wonderful, amazing man, and he played a big part in my faith journey.
When I walk into service on Sunday morning, I feel as if I'm coming home to a Sunday dinner.
I have been most impacted by my relationships with my friends at Community Church Without Walls in Weston, Alabama. I think diversity and finding ways in which we can get to know people that are not like us is one of the best things we can do in learning about Christ and about what God calls us to do in this world.
Reach out and be friendly. If you see a new face, someone you don't recognize, at least introduce yourself, because you never know. They may be a first-time visitor, or they may have come to your church for 5 years and go to a different service.
The best way we can represent Jesus Christ is to meet people where they are.
That's what we're supposed to be doing as Christians. We're supposed to be reaching out to people that need our help and that need to know that someone cares and that someone loves them, and that's us, and that's also our Father.